That's right, everybody. The return of the Premier Series has come once again. Hi, I'm the Memphis Accelerate, and I'm welcoming you to the announcement for the seventh season of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! That show where we take a look at 100 different decks over 100 different days. What's it about? Well, I just explained. It's about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We play 100 different decks over 100 different days. You know, different day. We play casual decks, meta decks, road deck, troll deck, good decks, bad decks, whatever decks we want to play. And we just take them out into Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everyone's a bit nutty. And, you know, we just have a good time with it. So today I'm just going to be going over the basics of what this show is about, you know, for anyone who's new or whoever needs a refresher, the whole what now. Basically, starting from January the 1st, running all the way to April 10th, every day, barring myself passing out from exhaustion or something, which hopefully will not happen this time around, we're going to be doing 100 days in a row, playing a different Yu-Gi-Oh deck every single day. You know, that's the whole idea of it. We're just going to play that. And it's not just going to be me. It's going to be, of course, the other various people on this channel. You know, we got Memphis, Alter, we've got Spooky Memphis, we've got Sir Memphis. Maybe there's a deck that's right for it. Maybe we'll bring Crazy Memphis back on it. If people really want it, I could try Evil Memphis. He's never played on this channel before, and I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm willing to give it a shot. But yeah, that's, you know, it's gonna be all of us just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Gonna be playing all these different decks, gonna be having a good old time, just kind of bashing whatever crazy ideas we have against like all the rando people on EDO Pro. We're playing up against all the crazies. That's what we're gonna be doing. And of course, the biggest thing about 100 days is all of you at home, because it's not just me deciding these decks. I mean, I've set myself like 2 slots ahead of time just to say I get to have like some interaction there. But I always make sure to leave some spots over for the people at home to suggest decks of their own, because this, you know, it's just my thing, but it's also y'all's thing. Y'all are the one watching these duels and these videos, so giving people at home a chance to interact with the series is very important. And so let me give a quick rundown of how you at home can actually influence what's going to be happening on the 7th and final season of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's 3 real ways to suggest a deck. Okay, there's pretty basically, there's naming a deck, there's naming a specific combo for a deck, and then there's donating your own deck, you know, which is like the big one. But here's how it goes. So obviously with naming a deck, it's pretty simple. Let's just say you want to see me play Dust-Ons. Just say, please play Dust-Ons, and I will make a Dust-On deck. Now, here's the thing about the suggestions. It's always first come, first serve. You know, if you're naming a deck at like day 15 or something, and there's like 10 people ahead of you, it's going to be a wait. I'll let you know there's a wait, but there will be a bit of a wait. And even if there isn't like a whole lot of wait in between, I always make sure to like space those suggestions out a bit. Especially considering I have to like test a deck. You know, we're gonna make sure the deck works, gonna make sure combos and things, we're gonna make thumbnails and sleeves and all the good stuff for that. So it's for an example, let's say on a Tuesday you suggest a deck. That's fine. It's gonna take like I'm gonna take a day between the suggestion and the actual video. So basically, if you suggest a deck on Tuesday, it would come out like Thursday at like the earliest. That's kind of how we do it, just to give myself some breathing room to make sure I can like practice a deck, especially if it's something I've never played before, which I'm hoping with this season we're going to be having a lot of decks I have never played before. Some of the newer archetypes would be nice to see on here, or just decks I have not played for whatever reason. I've played most of them, but there's still a few I have not played myself. A second main method of suggesting a deck, similar to the first one, is to name a deck, but include like a combo or a different like kind of configuration to that deck. So going back to the Dust-On thing, if you wanted to say play Dust-Ons but try to summon I don't know, the Winged Dragon of Law in Dust-Ons, I don't know how you do that, but you know, just say something like that, and I'll be like, okay, we'll give that a shot. We'll summon the Winged Dragon of Raw and Dust-On, or at the very least attempt to. I don't like cherry pick the duels in such a like. I don't like cherry picking duels. So I'll at least build a deck that has the potential to summon the Winged Dragon of Raw, and I will duel my heart out With any luck, we will, get out Dust-Ons and Wing Dragon at the same time, that sort of thing. So now that's the second method. Now the third method is completely, up to y'all if y'all want to do this. It's big, but if you wanted to donate a deck, as in you build a deck, and then it's a little iffy with YouTube. It's better on like the Discord to do this, to like type out like all the cards in that deck and then let me know. It's actually easier to get that out faster if if time and scheduling works out in such a way to, I get the deck and I can just play, essentially. Now, very important, if you do donate a deck, if you don't want me to mess with the deck in any way, like if I'm testing your deck out and it's like, I find there's inconsistencies or it's got problems to it, I might attempt to change it. But if you don't want me to do that, you gotta let me know not to change. I've had that problem in the past, and I don't want to have that repeat ever again, because it's not fun for anybody. So yes, donating a deck is, like I said, very optional. You don't have to donate a deck unless you really, really want to, but it is an option people have taken advantage of in the past. And I always like seeing the decks that you guys come up with. Y'all are pretty creative folk too. I like to see it. I like to see y'all come up with some crazy ideas even I didn't think of. So, that's totally up to you. Now, there's a lot of different places that you can put the suggestions and the donations for the decks in the 100 days. Now, going down into the comments of this video, or the videos we'll be having the rest of the month, and also over on our Discord. I do have a Discord. It's pretty slow, but it does exist. It does exist. And if you want to leave a deck suggestion in any of those places, it's totally fine. I will let you know that if you're going to donate a deck, it's a little iffy with YouTube. I allow all comments, but for some reason, if you type out like a whole deck list on YouTube comments, comments get kind of blocked for some reason. I don't know why this happens. I really don't know why it does this. It's very, very strange. But if you do need to donate a deck via like the YouTube comments, I highly recommend like writing down, like doing one comment, like I would like to donate this deck of mine. Maybe wait like a few minutes as you're obviously typing this out or copy paste or whatever you do. Just like give it a minute for YouTube to process that and then reply to that comment. I think that works a little bit better. And if I don't heart or like that comment and reply to that, let me know in a future, and like it's within 24 hours of that or something like that. Let me know that you have suggested a deck, and we could try to figure something there. But if you want to make sure that doesn't happen, I do have the Discord where there is no filter there, so go right ahead. Go ahead and donate a deck there if you'd like to. Okay, now I gotta go with this part. Is that this is the hard part. This is, in fact, going to more than likely be the final season of the 100 Days. I say more than likely, it's pretty much guaranteed at this point. This will be the final season of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! I know it's really hard. It's hard on me too. Because we've been doing this show for years, and it was the first big show on the channel. It takes up like almost a third of the videos on my channel. It's pretty insane that. There's good reasons. And the first big thing there is obviously money. Unfortunately, I just need to really spend more time at work. It's not the funnest, most glamorous thing to think about, but more time at work, get more of the money to keep on living, all that good stuff, expenses, etc., pay the bills. And unfortunately, YouTube never really got to that point where I could make money off YouTube. I was never planning that to happen. It would have been maybe a little helpful here and there if I had like 100 billion subs or something. I could like get a penny out of each of them. That would be something. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So that's like one of the main reasons that the series is coming to an end. Because if I go full time, it's just like 8+ hours a day most of the week. Kind of hard to do 100 videos in a row doing that, taking up a good third of the year. It's not. I wish I could say I have that grind set to accomplish that too, but I also have a family to take care of, dog to take care of. another thing that's another reason to end in the show. It's a little tougher to talk about is that Yu-Gi-Oh! I still love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially with you guys like on streams and stuff. I really love playing the game still. But I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is changing in a bad way. I really do. Like, I'm not just talking about like Charmies and nonsensical, like everything's a hand trap, everything's an omni negate, everything is about like floodgates and things like that, and it feels like more than ever before, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a game about not letting the opponent play. I mean, you see the last couple of videos we've done on this channel that, you know, they're decks that I really like playing. They're really decks that are really cool and stuff. Like the Gladiator Beast, the Argus Stars, that's good stuff. But you get into the actual duel and like you do your stuff, and your opponent can't do much, or they won't do much. Like if your opponent can't out your board, they'll just go. And it really just promotes a lot of people just start playing lots of stun cards, and a lot of it's getting to the point where if you don't go first in this game, you don't get a turn. It feels like if you don't go first, you don't get a turn, unless you're specifically built to go second. You basically don't get to play, and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't feel good at all. It does not feel good. And even if you're just playing like you're trying to play like casual stuff or just silly things, like if I want to make a deck around slimes, for example, what's that going to do against like Dogmatic Horus Cash Tearlament combo stuff? What's that going to do against 10 negates turn 1? What's it going to do if my opponent summons like, I don't know, the gimmick puppet to my field and I can't summon? I don't know. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to be able to do anything. So, while I still love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I just feel like, unless there's some major changes, this game, like, we've always joked about the game dying, but it really feels like it is dying in a sense that there's less game to the game. You get more interaction from playing against an NPC than playing against actual people. And that's just not good. It's not good. That's not very good at all. I mean, that's my little mini hot take on like that's just like another reason to be going out on our own terms with the 100 days. It's about just going out while there's still some hope that we can find like the good opponents that'll give us that back and forth that we like to see, and do it before like hand trapping and omni negating completely just take over the game. I mean, hopefully the January ban list will do something about it, but I kind of doubt it. Konami's a little inconsistent with those ban lists nowadays. So maybe I wouldn't doubt them unbanning Max C on the next ban list or something like that, just to completely, utterly screw with us. Pardon me. But yeah, those are the main two reasons for saying, let's have one last season. Let's have it a good one. Let's maybe take power naps or something in the middle of the day so I don't like pass out and you know, get sick. Because I don't think in the last 100 days we've ever gotten 100 days completely perfectly. As close as I've gotten, it's really hard to do. It's really, there's a reason most other people don't do this. But let's put it that way. But I'm committed to giving it one last good attempt, and I would like to see everyone enjoy themselves. You, me, everybody. That's what I want to see, you know? And it's, you know, with that big part of the channel dying and going away, it's like, I feel like this might be our last big chance to get to the 1,000 sub goal. You know, when we started this season, like we got to season 3, we finally broke out into 100, and it like started snowballing into like 2, 3, 4, 500. That was really good. And it's not like the channel's gonna die. I don't want anyone thinking the channel's gonna die or I'm gonna stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. I do plan, after the 100 days is gone, I'll have some bit more. Well, I won't have as much time, but you know what I mean. I'm going to donate more of my time to doing like the card talk show where I discuss the game, take my knowledge of the game over these years and be like, hey, this is my take on this archetype or this series of cards or what have you. That's gonna be like the next bigger thing to be doing there. So yeah, but we'll still be doing Yu-Gi-Oh videos when I got time to do that. I still want to play, like, you know, there's still decks I haven't played, and there's still decks I want to play. So don't think for a second this means the channel's dying. I just think that the big pull that the 100 Days has always brought into, this might be the last big chance we get to 1,000 subs. It would make my day. It would just bring a tear to my eye if we could get to that 1,000 during this last season. That would be great. I don't want to put any pressure on nobody. Nothing like that. It's just, it would feel nice. It would feel nice. I mean, I want to get there. We've been trying for so long. I want to get there. I want to. So yeah, that's the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh, everybody. It's going to be a big, good one. You know, I worked on a new intro. I will do little mini skits before the episodes, much as, like, you know, as long as we get things like thematically appropriate and stuff like that. And yeah, it ought to be good. It ought to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I already got like the first and the last days. I got them planned out. What's that's going to be? I already have one deck suggestion, so we have 97 slots available at the moment. You know, at 97 slots available. Don't feel like you have to fill them all up. I have some ideas of my own I'd like to do, but whatever you guys, if you have a good idea or just a deck you'd really like to see played, don't hesitate to share that. Don't hesitate to share that. I want to hear from you guys. So, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys during the 100 days and leading up into it. We're gonna have a good old time. We're gonna go out with a big old bang. We'll start going womboing and them combos. That's what we're gonna be doing. And I will see you guys again very soon. You know, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day. And yeah, let me know what decks you'd like to see done in the 100 days. I'm really looking forward to just going out with a big bang.